I'm Scott Parent, and this is Relevantly Speaking. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's show. Now I'm not going to lie to you, this week we've got a big interview to show you. We all know that CNN.com is one of the most visited websites on the planet. Now that doesn't happen by accident. Sure, they have the power of a mammoth cable news television channel behind them, but they also have to stay relevant and up to date on search technology, social media, video tools, and a heap of other stuff. This week we're talking to the man behind the curtain. Let's check out my interview with the SEO coordinator for CNN, Topher Kohan. How important are sites like Twitter and Facebook and other social media platforms in distributing and promoting the content at CNN?
I think it's a two-way street. It's not just distributing and promoting, but it's also working with the content they have to make sure we're getting the most relevant content. So the answer to the question is hugely important to us. We have a great Twitter strategy. You know, we own CNN BRK, which is one of the largest non-celebrity Twitter channels out there. Our section fronts are really coming really big with doing their twits with the entertainment section, the tech section, the politics, which is really great. It's building a voice and a brand for the sections within the company. I think Facebook with our fan pages is great, but it also lets us know what the readers, the average person, that 1,000 closest people to you want to see back from us, which is fantastic.
Yeah, CNN has really used social media as a listening tool, and you see that a lot on the air, on the website, really involving, so it really is a two-way street, and I think CNN is really one of the major outlets doing that very well.
I agree 100%, and especially, we own a site called iReport.com, which is a completely citizen journalism. So we have a mindset within the digital company to empower the people who watch us to tell us what the news is. And we use our really well-trained, great journalism staff to build on top of that. I think it's a win-win for everybody.
So it's really the best of both worlds. You're getting coverage from every corner of the world where you may not happen to be at that moment, but you also have the professional journalistic staff that can filter and really make sure you're telling a compelling story with that massive content that's coming in.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it. It's the fact we're getting a staff of reporters giving us great information that no organization could ever afford to have. Yeah.
So in the realm of SEO, what is it when you see other companies or you see other businesses thinking about an SEO strategy, what are some of the common mistakes or things that people overlook in an SEO strategy?
I think that sometimes, especially with big media companies or just big companies in general, they get so tied up with data and analytics, which are all great things, don't get me wrong, we want to know the numbers, we want to know who's coming to us, that they sometimes forget the simple SEO stuff, the simple on-page things. Well-written title tags, well-written H1 tags, good meta description, good content on the page. Content's still king. And I think that people are forgetting it, especially sites that are relying more and more on multimedia, whether it be video or slideshows or flash interactives, which don't get me wrong, as a user, I want to see that kind of stuff, but you've got to give the engine some sort of context to the content, or they're not going to know what bucket to put you in when someone searches for you. And I see that mistake not only happen outside the world, but happen within the CNN news companies, whether it be us or Money or International or iReport. I see it happening, and we're getting better about it, but it's something that people need to be reminded about almost every day.
And right now, obviously CNN, again, one of the organizations leading, with video content online and really putting a lot of rich media out there. How much of a challenge is that to index what's in a video file or an audio file, and when are we going to see Google making some real progress around indexing the contents of video and audio?
I think Google has made a small step. I think they put their toe in the water, for lack of better words, when it comes to video, to indexing that content. I think right now we need to find inventive ways to help them, whether it be transcripts, well-written descriptions. XML sitemaps are a godsend for us. We're moving towards wrapping all of our video in micro formats, so RDFA, which I think anytime you can give the engines more data about a piece of content, the better chance you have of it getting served up for the right bucket. I say all the time that getting indexed nowadays is not as tough as it used to be. It's getting your content served for the right keyword bucket is what's really tough now. And I think that Google's moving that way, but I do think we're a ways off in my mind, from them effectively culling a video piece and getting what the video is about just from the video itself. I think we're a good ways off from that. We still got to give them a hand.
So in your role at CNN, obviously you guys are doing a lot of stuff right. Obviously that's in no small part to the work that you do. What are some of your biggest challenges day to day at CNN in your role?
Besides the fact I'm a one-man team, it's the fact that these people I work with, whether it be designers, developers, user experiences, let's move up the chain to writers, editors, copy editors, they're really hardworking, overworked human beings. They do a great job, and they're doing it under the gun of breaking news or real-time news or whatever you want to call it. So my biggest challenge is sometimes things just slip through the cracks because they are so busy doing other things. And so it's a little bit of playing catch up is really the problem we have right now. But the upside is that any organization can have this problem, but you can overcome it with good education and having a SEO that everyone buys into, which I think we're moving that way. If not there, we're pretty darn close. Pretty darn close.
Wow, pretty good stuff, right? As always, we'd love for you to leave your comments over at blog.mediatrust.com. That's our show for this week. My name is Scott. Thank you for watching.